I just said, oh, I'm so glad it hasn't started raining on us today so far. And now it's raining.
In the heart of the Pacific Northwest, there is a route that spans over 1,300 miles, primarily off-road, through mountains and across deserts. In the late summer of 2024, 2 friends and I took on the challenge of exploring it. We gave ourselves 17 days to ride north to south down the Washington and Oregon State backcountry discovery routes. Our goal was to finish the entire journey while completely unsupported by anyone but ourselves and camp as much of the way as possible. With forest fires tearing across the Pacific Northwest, we'll have to deal with poor air quality and multiple reroutes. Temperamental weather patterns also pose a significant risk as we deal with sub-freezing temperatures and torrential storms.
Try and flip the mud out of your tires. Yeah, just about. The rain's coming at us from the side, so I gotta imagine we're getting somewhat close to the top.
Over the course of this series and with the cameras that I'm bringing with me, I'll document the climbing of mountains, the traversing of desert valleys, battling the elements, and completing this journey.
Sheer canyon between these two.
So is it accurate that we're somewhere around here?
We are somewhere closer to here, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I mean, as soon as we get here,
That's gonna be cool.
and the other side, and all the way into government camp, it's going to be beautiful. Because we don't have any smoke to deal with. Right.
Yeah, knock on wood that we don't have any more smoke.
I think we'll probably make it somewhere around these lakes, and that could be really nice camping, and that'd be just into section 6.
8 days into our trek, and we had finally arrived in the forests of North Oregon. The previous night, we had ridden through the darkness to find camp after finishing the Washington BDR pretty late in the day. In Washington, we summited mountains, dealt with our first crashes, and otherwise got prepared for the arguably more challenging second half of the journey that we had just started. We had also gotten our first bit of exposure to dealing with some of the local wildfires, and we spent days breathing in smoke-filled air. So at least for now, we could enjoy the clear skies. On this first morning in Oregon, as Carter was taking a look at our map, he spotted a couple lakes that were buried really deep in the woods. We knew it was going to be a bit of a push, but by the end of breakfast, we were all dead set on the idea of trying to make one of those lakes camp for the night. With that initial goal in mind, we packed up camp and started the 700+ mile journey heading south. To make things more interesting, and despite the clear skies that we were having, we were actually heading towards a series of rainstorms, but at least for now, we could enjoy the good weather.
It's so rad to get the chance to ride around Mount Hood. I've never seen Mount Hood before in my life, and I actually had no idea there's literally glaciers on Mount Hood. Speaking of glaciers, if we're lucky, we should be able to hopefully find some kind of water source here soon so that we can filter a little bit of water. I'm getting to that point where my water is getting a little bit low, and typically I don't like to go below a gallon. This stuff reminds me of some of those hills in Washington. So rocky. Glad I kind of bumped up the PSI in my tires. Hey, well, here's our spring. Oh, sorry. I said, here's our spring if we needed water. Good point. Let's do it. Because that's probably as fresh as it gets.
This is encouraging. Seeing moisture on the trail like this.
Yeah, talk about a good spring. Let's find a spot we can hang it.
My bar. My bike's about to fall to the right anyways. Throw it on there, that notch in the handguard. Perfect.
I'm gonna drain these and refill them. We're gonna fill up because this is like as good of spring water as you can find on a mountain.
I agree. Ice cold.
I think I was coasting off of my last, like, less than a gallon of water. Okay, so I just let my battery die because I was charging gear. We're gonna see if I can't bump start my 650. We're gonna get some good speed going. I'm gonna throw it in second. Yeah! Oh my gosh, I lucked out so much. So what happened was, while we were filling up the spring water, I had left my Garmin sitting on my bars, and that was also on top of the GoPro batteries and drone batteries and whatnot that I was charging from the bike as well. So it was just draining the whole time as we were filling up our water bladders. This may only be the first day, or at least our first full day of the Oregon BDR, but whoa, we are off to a really good start. This is so scenic. Yeah, it kind of seems like the forests are just a little bit denser here than they were in Washington. Woo! Yeah! So according to the GPS, we are about another 12 miles from government camp, but we are cutting our way through some pretty high exposure backcountry right below Mount Hood. So government camp that way. All right, good deal. Well, I guess we're getting a taste of highway. Yeah, highway plus dirt helmet don't mix. Oh, I'm so happy I don't have to run out of gas today. Alright, you guys, we are out of here. Looks like we got some adverse weather coming our way. So, if things go according to the way they seem like they're going to be going, temperatures are going to be going down. We're going to have some cold nights ahead of us and potentially some rain. So it is currently getting close to about 5 o'clock, and we really got to get camp going. Got to find camp, got to get set up and prep for potentially a cold night. So I'm not going to film a whole lot. My goal is really just to get to camp. So I'll see you guys there. Adios, guys. Alright, so I have not been filming for a while, but we ended up in some of the most like deep, dark forests I've ever ridden in my life. And I don't know what it is, but this place seems to give me the creeps. Yeah, I can feel the temperature dropping too, and I can see that the clouds definitely look like rain as well. So it seems like we might have some weather coming our way. I want to get ready for that. Ah, Summit Lake Campground. Nice. Okay. Super cool. Okay, I'm down with this. See how dark it is out here?
I'm thinking that one might be the nicest camp.
This one?
Heck yeah, boys. Oh, right on the water.
Cool spot.
Not so sure I want to shower in that, but
Huh.
yeah.
Maybe has a couple leeches in it.
Probably cleaner than we are.
Alright, so Oregon. Okay, let me fill up my water real quick.
So we're right here.
We're at Summit Lake.
Oh, you're right. We're at Summit.
We're at Summit Lake.
Oh yeah, we passed Timothy, didn't we?
Yeah.
Where's Summit Lake?
Somewhere. Timothy Lake, so we passed it. Must be somewhere. It's a small lake. I mean, I see a campground. Maybe that's it, campground. Because I recognize that bend.
Yep,
Sure.
it's right after that bend.
So tomorrow we'll probably have lunch in Detroit.
Probably. So right now, we're in the mountains, right? And it looks like we're following the East Cascades until Sisters. Sisters is where we really start to head down towards the desert. I think we're really going to start to see it become desert
Somewhere around here.
somewhere right here. I think Christmas Valley is going to be the start of it, and then this becomes a lot of desert.
Damn, so this is probably our biggest stretch.
Yeah.
Unless it's that one.
So this is solid desert, and that's going to be 100 miles. So that's 250 miles of solid desert right there. That's 3 days, 4 days.
It could be 2 days, it could be 5 days.
Gotta check on my tea.
Cough drop tea, baby.
Yeah, so for the viewers watching this, this is my secret recipe that I just invented the other day. Cough drop tea. It's, my chest sucks, the smoke and the dust is really not helping. I'm coughing all the time. So basically it's just boiling water, and you throw in a couple cough drops and you sip on it before bed. And oh my god, it helps. So we're rolling with it. I'm hoping if we get any rain, it'll just be light.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, nothing heavy.
Deal with the downpour.
I can't deal with downpour right now.
I'd be absolutely miserable. My boots aren't waterproof.
Yeah.
That'd be the first thing to get cold.
I still don't have any fresh socks. After I lost my bag of socks and underwear on like day 2 or whatever, I'm still rocking the same pair of socks.
Are they some darn toughs or something, or?
They're made by Climb. They're good. But, you know, they start to get a little bit radioactive, you know, after a couple days.
Are they standing up by themselves yet?
You're getting there.
Do you have to make sure to zip up your tent so they don't walk away?
I keep them outside.
You need some fresh socks. I've got plenty.
No, see, the thing is, I'm fine, but the point is like, if it dumped rain and they got soaking wet, then that would be a problem.
They'd probably be better off.
No, my feet would be wet. I don't want wet feet, man. Wet feet are a problem. So, I don't know. If I have the opportunity to get more socks, I definitely should. It's one of those things that I've just like been able to look the other way because the weather's been warm. But if it starts getting cold, starts raining, new socks are going to be really important.
XR.
She doesn't like the cold. Come on, I don't want to burn out the battery. Good morning, guys. We are back on the road, which feels good. I got to admit though, it was a rough night and a rough morning for me. Whatever sickness I've had, you know, for the last several days, whatever chest cold or whatever it is, it's definitely winning right now. Currently, I think it's, gosh, I've kind of lost track. Day 7, day 8. No, it's got to be more than day 7. I don't know, we've been on the road for a substantial amount of time now, I feel like. But the good thing is, I think we've all got our routines down and, you know, kind of understand the process in the day. This morning over coffee, we were all talking about how we must really be at the far tail end of the BDR riding season, because I think on this whole route, including Washington and Oregon, I think we've probably only seen less than 10 other BDR riders, and even then I think most of them were just kind of doing pieces of the route and not the whole BDR. So we're probably one of the last few trying to make it before the season kind of wraps up. I wonder what happened here.
Is it an inline 6? Oh, what a shame. That's a good motor.
Oh, the Book of Mormon.
No way. Free car title. Tow on the way. Thank you. Free car title. Dude.
Can I try? Please. Deader than the doornail.
Yeah.
It's a shame too, the interior is kind of clean.
I guess I screwed everybody over. I just said, oh, I'm so glad it hasn't started raining on us today so far. And now it's raining. Not too heavily though, so we'll see if it ends up picking up or not. Alright, we're gonna go without the goggles for right now. Just kind of keep the helmet visor down. Kind of block out a little bit of the rain. It looks like the rain might be settling a little bit. I can only really figure that because I can actually keep my eyes open without getting them full of rain the whole time. So maybe it's settling off a little bit. Would be nice. Wow, I think this is probably one of the coolest sections we've ridden on this route so far. Ah, very rocky though. Holy cow. These are all pretty huge square edge rocks. I don't want to hit them too hard and kind of find my rim on one of those. This XR is just soaking up all of this. I love it. It's so plushy. Oh my goodness. Huge patch of huckleberries. They look ripe too. Are they good?
They're disgusting.
They're disgusting. It's all mine.
Oh my god, dude, they're so good.
Dude, let's pick some of these. I got a bag we can toss them in, and it goes all the way back in there.
Wow.
This stuff is like pure sugar. We're gonna fill up a baggie and take it on the road with us. It's kind of a treat. It's pretty good.
We just stopped on the trail for 2 seconds. I saw him. I literally just jumped and ran off my bike to the patch.
It's not huge, but that's a good snack on the road.
We didn't realize it, but at the time that we had stopped to collect huckleberries, the rain clouds had been moving in. We had already sort of adjusted to the light rainfall that was intermittently passing through, but now a heavy downpour was quickly on its way. So as we got deeper into Oregon's temperate rainforest, our waterlogged clothes and tents went from an inconvenience to a genuine concern. Somewhere in the near future, we were going to have to set up camp, and sleeping in a wet tent, or a wet sleeping bag, or wet clothes in general could be a serious problem.
Oh man, it is like a downpour of rain right now, you guys. I can barely see because I'm not wearing my goggles.
The inevitable happened. The rain would not stop, and we had to find a place to shelter for the night. The sun was going down, so we beelined to a trail that looked like it would take us to the forest floor.
I think we might have a chance to get out of the rain down here.
Either there's something down here, I'm gonna say let's just keep going and make some progress. I mean, it's already dark.
Pretty much. Basically setting up camp in the dark, the bottom of a freaking rainforest. Whoa, that almost stabbed me.
Next on the Oregon BDR.
All of us this morning were packing up wet tents, wet clothes. My socks are soaking wet. My gloves are soaking wet. The inside of my helmet's wet.
The crash bars, that's a good spot.
Oh yeah. This might be like the beginning of the transition into the high desert part of Oregon. Not sure. When we were riding up here, I had a black bear actually run in front of my front wheel.
That's a big fucking gun. That's a big fucking gun.
Yeah, dude,
I don't think
that's a bolt gun.